In 2016, I decided to move my woodworking business in hopes of growing it into something bigger. Now, only a few years later, people all over the Nashville area are inviting me into their homes to help create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces and make their dreams a reality. So follow along as I take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to create these custom built-ins. I feel like lately I've been starting every project in the rain. This project has been a long time coming. In fact, I got the deposit for this project while I was filming the project for the very first episode of Built In. This is a big project, but it's not really a big project. It's actually many small projects. The main thing here is that I've got a lot of things to do in one house and not a lot of time to do them. We are doing everything from some simple wainscoting downstairs to like replacing a railing to building full-on built-ins, an entire master closet, an entire office, an entertainment center, and every single small closet in the house, plus building some utility shelves and some other like micro shelves in this one little closet. There's a lot. But that's pretty awesome for me because that means it is a lot of work in one space, so I'm not really running around a whole heck of a lot during this project. I won't have to deal with multiple clients, multiple houses. We can literally finish one project and go right to the next project in the next room. And we're setting up everything in the garage because the clients currently aren't there. So I have a house to work out of that is literally like I can set up and take over their garage. I'm leaving my trailer there and I'm just gonna live there for like a month. I did this once about a year ago and it was awesome because I was able to just set up in the client's garage there and just leave everything and just come and go as I please. It saved me about 30 minutes a day in like setup and tear down time, plus I didn't have to worry about any rain or any of that kind of stuff, and everything was just there. We are coming into week 3 of this project, and things have not gone according to plan. There is a nationwide paint shortage, which has made it completely impossible for me to get the primers that I need, and I was able to go to 3 different paint stores and kind of get some of the paint that I need for this project, but I'm going to need a lot more. So that's got me a little nervous. Supplies are extremely low on building materials, so I literally cannot find plywood anywhere. There is one spot up in Nashville that has it and has a lot of it, but it's like the cheaper Chinese stuff that doesn't finish as well. Some of the more higher grade stuff I can't get from my one supplier, and no one, including Home Depot, Lowe's, and all those places that most home buyers would go get their stuff, don't have any of it either. So I've got a lot of stuff to build and nothing to build with. Later this week, I may be taking a trip up to the other supplier because they're the only ones that have plywood. So while it is a 40-minute drive, at least I will actually have some materials. Plus I need to get some poplar anyway, so it may just be worth the trip. But because of that, I did switch primers, and the only issue I'm having is now my sprayer is getting extremely bad bubbles in the finish because it is letting gases from the cheap plywood come up through the crappy primer, and my finish is getting ruined every time. Thank God the paint itself actually does a really good job of sealing, so once it lays down on the primer, we get rid of those bubbles, scrape everything, sand everything, then I do the top coat, then I don't see any bubbles. But it is a pain in the butt, it's way more work than it should be, and it's not a cost that I accounted for. Apparently I'm a bad YouTuber because I want to show y'all all the awesome stuff that happens behind the scenes, and totally forgot to bring my camera yesterday, and it just so happened that yesterday, my dog was doing silly stuff, which was kind of funny. There was a snake in my saw stop, and I had to get him out, so if you follow me on Instagram you saw that, but not on here because I didn't have my camera. We had a massive storm roll through and just had beautiful lightning that I totally missed out on. I mean, everything was just so it is what it is. I apologize. Today, however, I'm actually going to go and get my saw and some of my supplies, take them back to my shop down in College Grove so that I can actually get some work done there. I'm going to build some picture frames for another client, which need to be done in the meantime, and get like the tabletops and some small pieces made for these projects so that we can get the downstairs stuff wrapped up pretty quickly as we're moving into the upstairs stuff. Also, my clients are going to be moving down from New York in the next couple of weeks, so I need to at least have their closets done. So I'm shifting some things around with the schedule as far as the build. But that is the update so far. Like I said, I thought things were going to go a lot smoother, so I didn't record a whole heck of a lot. So here we are right at the beginning of the video, and I'm already 3 weeks into this project. So I'm going to keep going because this thing's kicking my butt. We are coming up on the end of week 4, actually the second half of week 4 because it's only Wednesday, but it is kind of crazy here. The whole family has come down from New York and is moving in the midst of us getting things finished up. We still have like half of our projects that aren't even built yet and need to be installed next week, so things are going. There's definitely a busy energy in this house, but I'm getting the office finished up and it is looking awesome. We've got the final details to put in there and a door that I forgot to do. Plus we still have handles and things like that. The mudroom is ready to go. Most of the closets are done, so we can get started on the kids' closets upstairs. We added on 3 extra projects, including a hall piece, a utility closet upstairs, and we're gonna be doing the second utility closet that I didn't know that I was gonna be doing initially. We talked about it, they didn't want to do it, now they want to do it, so we have to add it on. So that's going to be interesting. So there's a lot going on. It's also a heat wave in Tennessee, so we're just out here burning up and sweating and getting stinky. But it's looking good so far. We got a lot more to do, and I'm just going to keep at it. It is day who knows what at this point on this project, and we are getting far enough. We're this much through the project and have this much more to go, and it's probably going to take some time as long. That's basically how I feel at this point because I'm way behind. This project's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and we've added on like 6 more projects, and I just got a call from the client and they want to add on even 1 more project. So speaking of which, while I was gone, they actually went ahead and built the boys' closet upstairs. They're working on the master closet downstairs, which we don't have installed yet, and they also started installing the entertainment center up here in the upstairs living space. So all this is looking really good, and it's really nice to come home from a vacation and have this much done, because that means work was still happening while I was gone. But now it is crunch time because I've still probably got 3 weeks on this project, and that's a lot of time considering I was supposed to be moving on to my next project like this week. So while I am perpetually behind, I'm still doing everything I can to speed up and to move on to my next project while still doing the best quality that I possibly can. That's what I'm known for. So I'm gonna get busy getting these projects ready for paint and get as far as I can today so that I can really get my head wrapped around what I'm gonna do for the rest of the week and start getting these projects finished up. It has been insanely hot today, and I am headed home. I left a little bit early because I want to take my kids to the pool, so I'm gonna do that because I'm self-employed and I can. I also have to go to Sherwin-Williams and pick up some primer. They ordered me 80 cans of primer that they're no longer making. So the freeze that just happened, as I affectionately called Snowpocalypse a couple of videos ago, that actually caused a lot of the plants in Texas to fully shut down. They had a lot of pipes burst, and Sherwin-Williams is in a year-long recovery process. And unfortunately for me, that means that they're no longer producing most of the products that I use on every one of my projects. So I'm going to one store to pick up all of my primer, I'm going to the other store to pick up a can of paint, and I'm going to go ahead and take my kids to the pool, call it a day, and get started once again tomorrow. And now it's time to go home, because it's Friday, and I'm tired. Well, I'm finally heading into the final week of this project. It was supposed to take, in my mind, about a month, maybe 6 weeks. We're going on week 8, and we'll probably be getting into week 9 to make the final deliveries and installations. The client has added like 6 extra projects on, including 2 extremely large projects that added more than a week by themselves each. I'm not complaining because it also drove my profit margins up, but it did make this project take way longer than I thought it was going to. So just about the time that I was not so far behind, I'm now extremely far behind. Again, story of my life. But I'm getting this one finished up, and we have already gotten started on the next one. So today I'm going to finish painting the final doors. We're gonna get some drawers and stuff installed, and then I'm back at the shop for the rest of this week doing some of the smaller projects that we can install next week and get this project all finished up. And just like that, y'all, I am done. This project really kicked my butt. I said as much on Instagram, and I'll tell anybody who asks, even if you didn't. The original project that we had laid out was supposed to take about a month, and it ended up taking a little over 2.5. I had a lot of final details and a lot of like changes, you know, to kind of work around. But this project started with like 11 projects and ended with about 17. In fact, I took one back, so it ended with 16. All in the same household. The clients on this project were absolutely the best clients I've ever had. They were extremely entertaining just to be around, but for the first half of the project, no one was home. I had an empty house, an empty garage to work out of, so we parked the trailer, set everything up, did what we needed to do. For the second half of the project and all the extra stuff, we kind of did it hit or miss as we could. I had another project that got done in the meantime. My other carpenter went and did yet another project for me, and we started our next project as I finished this project about 3 weeks ago. Yes, you've got your side-by-side. Good job. Watch out for the camera. Yep, watch out for the camera. Thanks. Go play. Don't shut that. Don't shut that. Don't shut that. Thank you. Go play. I got the kids out of the shop this afternoon. I am extremely happy with the way that all of this project turned out. There was so much drama from the beginning to the end. In the beginning, I had planned on this taking a month and me taking a vacation towards the beginning and another vacation with my family towards the end. In the end, it wound up with me getting sick for over a week, 3 separate times, along with the 2 vacations, along with some other family drama that just, by the time this thing got done, I was ready for it to just be done. But we made it through. The insane lumber prices didn't totally affect this project. We're still surviving to go on for another day. But you've watched enough of my boring ridiculousness, so let's go ahead and see how this project turned out. Check it out right now. again for watching, y'all. Hey, there's a little bit of housekeeping here. I've realized that only about 20% of you guys that watch these videos actually subscribe. This built-in web show is like my version of an HGTV or, Magnolia Network or whatever sort of thing. So I'm putting this out there and I'm trying to format it in the way that a show would be formatted, and I'm trying to release regularly. I know that didn't happen this time, I apologize, but I've been busy and I'm still busy. So I'm getting them out as regularly as I can, but I want you guys to see the projects and maybe get inspired, maybe learn some things, and just get some enjoyment out of this. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, tick that bell so that you know when these new episodes upload, along with some of the DIYs and stuff that I've got coming up here at the end of the year. If you want to buy some plans and stuff from my awesome projects from years ago, go check out my Etsy store. It is linked in the description. You can buy plans there. And I think they say not for commercial use, but I get a lot of people who are beginner woodworkers who are looking for things to sell. I'm not threatened if you want to go and buy my plans for one of my products and build it and sell it to people. That's fine. Go for it. Have fun, buy the plans, build some stuff. There's going to be new plans coming soon, so definitely check out that Etsy store. Also, make sure to find me on Instagram. Everything is at PMK Woodworking on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook as well. But on Instagram is where I'm most active because the other two are toxic and I really hate them. Instagram's not as bad and I pretty much only use it for business purposes. But you can check out the stuff, see the things that I'm building, see updates for future projects that I'm working on and things that I just finished up. What? If you actually do one of my projects based on one of my videos, I would love to see it. Message me on Instagram. I will share it in my stories and get you featured, which is just a fun thing that I like to do. I'm not big and awesome and famous, so it's just fun to be able to share and be part of the maker and the woodworker. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much out of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff to sell. There's Teespring, there's Charlie Pants, there's all sorts of awesome stuff that you can check out the links in the description below if you care. But mostly, I just want to make sure that you guys are actually watching these videos all the way through and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that very much. So thanks again for watching, y'all. We'll see you next time.